In this short video, we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about white gold diamond rings.
Now, when you're buying your diamond rings, it is important to, first of all, select the right metal, the right colour. We recommend, in terms of the purity of the gold in the UK, especially in the UK, you go for either 9 or 18 carat gold. Those are the most recognised standards here. But let's talk about the diamond first of all. What's the most important thing of those 4 C's that a gentleman should be looking for when he buys a diamond ring?
Well, I think everybody has their own opinions, but certainly for us, we look first for the cut. That's the most important thing. Is it well cut? Because I think everybody gets a little bit too engrossed in, and it's got to be this clarity or that clarity. But actually, not really, because the difference between clarity, certainly when you get to your VSI grades, whether it's VSI grade 1, VSI grade 2, it's minimal, and it literally is. It's something that can't even be seen with the naked eye. So I think the most important thing to talk about first of all is the cut of your diamond.
Yeah, and that is how well it's cut. So cut has 2 different meanings when you're talking about diamonds. First of all, people talk about the cut when they really mean the shape. So the shape, we always recommend for engagement rings, you either go for a round diamond, traditional shape, or you go for a princess cut. We obviously sell a lot other shapes as well on our at Gemporia on our website, but for engagement rings, the rounds and the princess cut shapes are the most important. And then you want to make sure it's been cut to a high standard. And you'll say, well, all diamonds are cut to a high standard. Well, sadly, that is not the case. So many people that cut diamonds want to retain as much carat weight because they believe the carat weight's the most important. And you can end up with a 1 carat diamond, and it's still 1 carat, but it doesn't sparkle. And the reason for that is they've tried to maximize the yield of the weight rather than the beauty of the diamond. And the most important thing with a diamond is the arrangement of the facets. Think back at school when we had the prism, we had the white light going in, we had the 7 colours of the rainbow coming out the other side. That's called fire, or technically known as dispersion of light. And to get maximum dispersion, those angles of the facets on the crown, and the crown is the bit that goes around the top of the diamond coming up to the table on the top. The angle of those facets on the crown want to be similar to the angle of the prism at school, wants to be around 34 degrees. And if you get that right, that's when you see all those lovely sort of kaleidoscope of colours coming out of your diamond. Also, you don't want that table facet to be too small or too big. If it's too small, then what will happen is you won't get the maximum amount of light coming out of the gemstone. A lot of people refer to this as a window at the top, and I always say the top half of your diamond is like the lens. It's the thing that magnifies the diamond and the beauty of the diamond, and the bit underneath is like your hall of mirrors. So your pavilion and everything under the middle bit, the girdle, that's your hall of mirrors, the top is your lens. Too small a table at the top might be great for maximizing the carat weight. It won't bring a lot of light out of the diamond. If you go too big, then you have what we call a windowing effect, and the light just goes straight through the diamond and out the other side, and it's not very attractive.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show potentially many of you watching will perhaps never have heard anybody talk about that before, but it just shows how there is a lot more to buying a diamond ring than just worrying about the colour or the clarity. The cut is equally important to get that beautiful brilliance and that fire.
Yeah, and if you get a third-party certificate with your diamond, we always recommend certifying certainly the more expensive diamonds, whereas internally at Gemporia we'll internally certify most of our gemstones, but for engagement rings and diamonds, certainly over 1/4 of a carat, we'll send them externally to grade our quality of our cut. And what you're looking for there is a quality of a cut that is good or above. The GIA, the Gemological Institution of America, start at poor, fair, good, and very good. You want good or very good as you're grading on your cutting. So we've talked about white metal. It's important to go for one of those standards, either 9K or 18K. And when it comes to your diamond, either in terms of the shape of the diamond, don't confuse shape and cut. The shape, you want round, brilliant, or you want a square, also known, of course, as a princess cut, but you really want it cut well. And those are far more important to think about than the carat weight, the colour, and the clarity.
Indeed.